Hello and welcome to the Mule Drop and Mineral Boosting, also known as Sockfolding tutorial. I'll be your host, Entropy Fails. On 9/13, the user Sockfolder at teamliquid.net posted a tutorial on a technique that he called mineral boosting. The idea is that you issue a bunch of return cargo and gather mineral commands to your peons, and they will mine the minerals slightly faster due to a small little bug in the AI. The community's been abuzz with this, and it's renamed the technique Sockfolding, which I really very much like. However, there's been some question as to its efficiency and effectiveness late game. Early game, there's an obvious advantage. You get a few more percent, about approximately 4% if you do a really good job on it. But you know what you get in late game is not as clear from this. However, for Terran, it is very clear. The Terran has the super miner, the Mule, that can pick up 30 in a trip, and if you use sock folding, you are able to boost the production rate of this Mule, and that's what I'll be just demonstrating. So to do this, I'm just going to build a racks as soon as I possibly can. I'll get a couple SCVs and then get my racks up and then get my orbital command up and then drop some mules, stop the probes from mining, or the SCVs from mining, and then we'll be able to tell the difference. Alright, and then so here's the next one coming on out. Wow, that was just poor play on my part. Okay, and we'll just save up for the 150 here so we can get our racks and be happy and can get on here. Just to show you how this works, once you have a mineral in hand, you can issue the return cargo. And if you look at this, oh yeah, if you actually click on somebody before they return the cargo, you can see it right there. So you can hit the shift key and hit your return cargo hotkey, D for me, C for most people, and then right click and issue up a bunch of clicks. You're going to see he's going to go there and pick it up and go right back. Alright, so now let's go and do what I should have done a little bit earlier, obviously, and start building my racks instead of talking about that there. So another thing that I want to touch on this tutorial is mule placement. As you can see, like this mineral patch and some of the other mineral patches are really far away from the base. Like the ones down here, that's a long distance for these SCVs to travel, a long distance for the mules to travel. A mule, if placed on an optimal patch, will mine exactly 270 minerals every single time. So if you place it on, so it's really important when you're building mules and using mules as Terran to make sure that you're actually selecting the mineral patches that will actually get you good value out of it. So now we're going to upgrade to the orbital command and we can start dropping these mules. I'll actually do a little bit more demonstration about kind of how you can issue up a bunch of them really fast. You can see you can just have a whole bunch of them going. They've all got their little command queues now, and they're gonna be mining at that few percent faster. A good run will get you about 4 to 5%. 7% is theoretical, but I just don't see how you're gonna manage that. So let's make it easy on myself and return 5 minerals. Alright, you can stop now. Okay, so we have 400 minerals. If I were to mine this mineral patch right here, with a mule, I am going to get 270 minerals, making for 670 total. So let's prove that. We're going to call down a mule. We're not going to do any sock folding on this guy, and we're just going to let him work. And like I said before, it's just really important that you drop your mules on the right ones. Dropping mules on some of the farther away ones, I believe it kills one of their runs, so they're only going to get 240 out of there, making them significantly less powerful. That that's over 12% that your mule will go down by just by clicking on the wrong place for dropping it. So while you're doing that as Terran, it's just important to note that you need to get those mules on the right place. And so he's getting closer. He's about halfway done with his life, and you can see, well, he's not really gonna get much over that 670. We're at 580. Oh, he's coming closer there. He's got pretty much 2 runs left, and that's all she wrote for this mule. He'll get his 270 minerals, and then he will fall over in a big mule heap. Mule heap, mule heap, mule heap. Oh, so close. If only that mule had an extra 1/10 of a second, he'd be able to actually get 300 minerals. What do you say? We have a technique called sockfolding that gives you a few percentage points, or a few percentage back on your time? Well, let's try this. Alright, so I'm going to drop this down. I'm going to have to be careful here, because if I screw those up, I have to redo the tutorial. So he comes down. You can't select him now, unfortunately. There you go. I'm just going to hit the Shift D, over and over and over again. And now I've issued a bunch of commands. It's probably not enough there. It's probably got 5 of them out. So we're going to issue, a few more. And I'm going to issue a few more after that. All right. Now he certainly has enough commands to set up for the rest of his life. He went at 670. Now with his extra run, he will be able to gather extra 30 minerals because that's how many that a mule carries per, and he will be able to get up to 970 with absolutely no problem. As you can see here, he's already at 850, and he's still got a few runs left on him. Oh, he's coming back again. He's going to grab another one. It's looking really close. It's looking really close. But the main difference here is with the sock folding. Oh no, I didn't click it enough. I didn't totally sock fold it here. We're going to actually see what happens if you miss on a sock folding on it. Oh, he can still get it. So even if you don't do sock folding absolutely perfectly on it, if you only queue up, of his 8. Let's see here, 30 of his 10 runs, if you only queue up 9 of them, you'll still actually have enough time to go back there. You definitely won't, even with perfect sock folding, be able to get any more than 300 out of them, but I just wanted to give a quick demonstration video conclusively proving that the Mule is actually able to mine 300 minerals with the technique of sock folding. So as a Terran, sock folding is a viable strategy throughout your entire gameplay. Drop down your Mule down, go off, deal with your units, do some production in the 2 or 3 seconds that it takes the Mule to pop out and start mining. Come back, start holding your shift return cargo command, get it queued up, get that Mule going, and then just leave him there. He'll be able to mine those extra 30 minerals for you, giving you that little extra boost, which is going to be great for the Terran early game. This is a very large win for the Terran. If you do this with all of your probes as well, if you're spending your APMs there in the early game, you're going to find yourself with a lot of minerals that you're going to be able to use to harass your opponent in the early game. So thank you very much for listening to the Mule Drop and Mineral Boosting tutorial. I'm your host, Entropy Fails.